So we are going to learn more about keyboard today. There are so many keys on the keyboard. Do you remember how many keys are there in the keyboard? Can you tell me? It's 104 keys and they are of different types. So, right. We have already learned about keyboard. Yes? And we remember 104 keys of different types are there. Okay? So just have a glance on the keyboard. At the top, you could see your function keys. These are the function keys, these 12, right? And below these are 9, these 9 keys, which we call as number keys. And then here we have the entire set of 26 alphabet keys here. Okay. Apart from this, there are some special keys. One more number pad is there on the right side. And you remember we have studied earlier about these arrow keys also. So now proceeding further with the journey, we start with symbol keys. So what are symbol keys? Could you see certain special symbols which are neither alphabets nor numbers? And these are also used whenever you are writing some documents. So to type these keys, they are available here just above the numbers, right? You could see some of the special keys here, all the set, this yellow color set is there, this entire part, these are also special keys of the keyboard, okay? And now, these special keys could be written by pressing some other special key that is called shift key that we'll be learning further, okay? So, some other special keys are there which we are exploring in today's journey. We first come to num lock key. As the word tells, num lock, that is number lock. And this key is something like this, which is available on the right top of the keyboard. So children, what happens when you want to use the number pad which exists on the right part of the keyboard, you simply press this button and it turns on. There's a small light also on the top of it which works as a toggling. Toggling means one time you press a number button, it turns on, and another time you press it, it turns off. So when your number lock is open, the right key pad with numbers start working as a number key. And when the number key pad is off, it works as an ordinary arrow keys. Clear? Come, we move further. We have another key that is called tab key. Normally, when you want to leave spaces while you are writing, you keep pressing the space bar key. You know, the longest one on the bottom of the keyboard. But if you want to jump 3-4 steps all together, so instead of pressing space bar so many times, you simply press this tab key and the cursor moves toward the left side of your screen. Understood? Now moving further, we have another very most useful key, that is page up and page down. What is the use of page up and page down? I'll tell you. When you have long documents, say 20 pages, 40 pages, 30 pages, and you want to scroll up and down quickly. So there is just a feeling that instead of pressing arrow keys to come down, arrow keys to go up, we use these page up and page down keys. So when you press page up and page down key, one page scrolling up and down takes place. Are you understanding it? Show me your thumbs up. Great. So we move further because we are coming to a very important key of the keyboard, that's shift key. You remember I've shown you certain special alphabets few screens back, which were yellow in color. Now, when you want to type something written on the top of the numbers on the number key, like I'll just show you, this is number 2. Normally, when you press this key, number 2 is printed. Okay, but when you press this key along with the shift key, so whatever special character is written on the top of that key will be printed. So that means shift with this key is going to print this @ sign instead of printing number key. Is it clear? My 30 is also learning very well. Come on, we proceed further and we are going to explore about caps lock key now. You know, caps lock key normally helps you to print the alphabets in uppercase. So when your caps lock is off, you get everything in small letters. Small letters means lowercase. And when you want to print something in uppercase, you keep your caps lock on. Okay, so pressing the key one time will make it on, pressing the key another time will make it off. That's called toggling of the keys. So it is a toggling key. So moving further with the journey and looking at what we have in the treasure, escape key. So escape key is used to close any dialog box or to close any menu that is presently open, and it exists on the top left corner of the keyboard, right? So when you have a keyboard on the left side top, that's the first button and it's called escape key. Is it clear? Now we come at home and end keys. So children, home key is basically used to move the cursor at the beginning of your line. And when you are pressing end key, it is used to move the cursor at the end of the line which you have written. Okay, so we have to make use of these home and end keys to get your work done quickly. Okay, and now we have a special key that's called Windows key. So whenever you want to reach the start menu of your Windows screen, don't forget to press this key. So this is a shortcut to directly reach your start menu of Windows. Clear? Come on, time to show thumbs up. Yay! Here we go further and it's the processing time. So this thing you are going to do in your book. You have a keyboard. You are going to make your keyboard colorful with highlighting different keys on it with different colors. Right? Now we start with the exercise. So we are going to tick mark the right answer. Which key do you hold to type capital letters? When you have something written in small letters, we press shift key, and along with that shift key, we press any alphabet. It's going to be printed in uppercase, capital letters. Okay? So if you want to print only one alphabet in capital letters, no need to press caps lock. We are going to just press shift key. Right? I'm sorry, we were here. So we have to press shift key. Okay? So we come to this one now. Which key is used to move the cursor on the end of the line? Is it end button or shift button? Tell me. It's end. Okay, very nice. So this is end. And which key is used to write upper row letters of a key? There is a key. If you want to write the upper alphabet of the key, which key are you going to use? Enter or shift? What is it? This is shift key. Very good. My 30 also says the same. And next question is, which key opens the start menu? Windows. Oh, wonderful. You are absolutely correct. Now come on, let's fill in the blanks. So to type today's date, you will use which key? To type the date. Number keys. Yes. So here we write number. Because you know, date is the combination of number keys. Right? And to type the month in which your birthday comes, you will use which keys? Oh, wonderful. That's alphabet keys. Great going. We write here alphabet. The third one is to use the number pad on the right side. Dash key should be switched on. Which key should be switched on when you want to use the number pad on the right side of the keyboard? Do you remember? My 30 says number lock. I think he's also learning very well. Very nice, 30. We write here number lock. Right? And the dash key is used to close a menu or a dialog box. If you want to close your menu or dialog box, escape. Good. That's escape key. You remember where is the escape key on the keyboard? It's on the top left corner. Great. And the last one is keyboard is an dash device. What type of device? Input. I loved your answers. So this is input device. Good going. And now is the time for true and false. So you have to write T for the true and F for the false. Tab key moves the cursor to the beginning of the line. Do we come at the beginning of the line with the tab key? No? Yes. That means this is false. And there are 25 alphabet keys on the keyboard. No. How many keys? Oh, 26. Lovely answer. I liked it. So again, it is a false statement. The tab key is present on the left side of the keyboard. Yes, correct. This is true. There is only one shift key present on the keyboard. How many shift keys are there on the keyboard? 30 knows it. 30 says there are 2 shift keys. And so this is again a false statement. There are 12 function keys placed on the keyboard. Are there 12 function keys? Yes. Oh, so this is again a true statement. Right? Shall we move further? We are going to match the following. So we have 2 columns. One is on the left, another on the right. Let's match them. To type the upper letters, which key do we use? Shift key. Yes, it is shift key. Upper character. Oh, yes, correct. And to close the menu, we have to close the menu. We go to escape button. To move many spaces together, instead of pressing space key so many times, which is the key that we use? Yes, correct. Very nicely answered. It's the tab key. And marked with numbers 0 to 9, we call them number keys. Good going. And I liked your spirit. The way you have answered is really wonderful. So quickly help me and tell me, fill in the missing characters from the keyboard keys. Okay? Come on. What type of character it is? You have to just open your keyboard and compare what is written above 0. Okay? So take your time and look at your keyboard and complete this table. Okay? The work is for you as a homework. And now is the time to say goodbye. But wait, we are going to revise what all we have learned so far. Okay, so let's revise. What is keyboard? It's the input device which is used for typing different things. It could be letters, it could be numbers, it could be special characters as well. Okay, and there is a numlock key. If it is turned on, we always use it as a numeric key. So every time you want to use number pad, make sure you make your number key on, right? And there exists a tab key. What's the role of tab key? Tab key helps us to move the cursor to right by many spaces all together. Another special key we are going to revise, that is page up and page down keys. So both these keys help us to scroll up quickly and scroll down quickly. Yes? And there is another key, we say home key, which brings the cursor at the beginning of the line. Do you remember we studied end key also? So what was the role of end key? Correct. End key takes you to the end of the line and home key takes you to the beginning of the line. Then we come at escape key. Escape key is used to close the menu or any dialog box, and we come on the desktop, the main screen. Hope you are enjoying the learning. Great. So, happy learning and meet you next time with a new chapter. Bye-bye.